Round number 1 of the Starcraft 2 Best Mission Tournament has ended, and we are going to look at the results. A little bit of a disclaimer here, we are going to be rapid firing this with very little analysis on each side. The next rounds are going to have significantly more analysis, but there's 90 missions to go through right now, and I don't want to have an hour and a half long video. I'm also not scripting this, so it's going to be my rapid fire thoughts as we go through all of the results. Let's take a look at what happened. Each group consisted of 5 maps, the top 2 in every group advanced, and the bottom 3 were eliminated. We're going to go from the lowest amount of votes in every group to the highest amount. And then we'll talk a little bit about the statistics at the end. Once again, we're going to have more analysis about what people seem to like and what people dislike as we get further into the tournament, as A, we'll have more data, and B, we'll have less maps to talk about. Let's get into it. In group number 1, Enemy Intelligence came out last, the third mission in Nova Covert Ops, where you have to man the bunkers and then you go through a segment, the Lightsaber. Lightsaber is pretty cool, but the rest of the mission is a really high difficulty spike from everything else and really obnoxious. In 4th place with 42 votes is Ghost of a Chance, where you side with Nova and Wings of Liberty. People seem to really prefer Tosh over Nova. In 3rd place is Into the Void, the first Protoss mission in the epilogue. Got 83 votes, which is decent. However, people just don't like the epilogue, though I think this is the best of the epilogue missions. The first to advance in group number 1 is The Reckoning, with 159 votes, the final mission in Heart of the Swarm. I get it, this mission's really sweet, and it gives you a lot of different ways that you can approach it. And then, first place in the group is The Dig, with the Draken laser drill, siege tanks, all that good stuff, fighting off the might of the Protoss. It's a cool and pretty unique defense mission. At the bottom of group number 2 with only 29 votes is Rendezvous, the timed defense mission at the beginning of Heart of the Swarm. It's pretty bland, all you have access to are Swarm Queens, Zerglings, and Kerrigan. I get why it's not everybody's favorite. Time defense missions at the beginning are often one of those things that you look at and you go, I kind of wanted to play through this campaign, but this seems like a pain in the butt. With 43 votes in 4th place is Templar's Charge, the Legacy of the Void carrier mission with the moving platform. This mission just gives you so few resources and tells you to make the most expensive unit in the Protoss arsenal. A lot of people find it really frustrating, and I do too. With only 2 more votes is Phantoms of the Void, the Heart of the Swarm mission where you get to play as Stukov, while Kerrigan and Nerud do their Dragon Ball Z dance thing. This mission, playing as Stukov is really fun, but not, it's too ridiculous. It's just really kind of stupid. The first to advance in the group is Infested, the mission where you get the Infestor in Heart of the Swarm. This mission I think a lot of people like because the fortress feels incredibly cool to bust, and neural parasiting huge swarms of Terran units is just really gratifying. It feels good to play. And in first place with 344 votes is Gates of Hell, the first Wings of Liberty char mission. This is going to be a trend going on. People really like the char missions. Gates of Hell did a great job of feeling like an epic defense mission at the same time as scrounging together all of your forces. It was peak Terran. In group number 3 with a paltry 24 votes was The Escape, the first mission in Nova Covert Ops. It's just not particularly interesting. Additionally, Nova Covert Ops missions in this tournament do not do particularly well. I think partially because people don't own that campaign. It's going to be the least played one by far. Trouble in Paradise, another Nova Covert Ops mission, is what did second worst. It is the one where you have to disable the shield generators and take down Janara's mothership. Janara is not the most popular antagonist because she seems inept at all points in time. In the middle of the pack is Fire in the Sky with 66 votes. It's the mission where Warfield sends in another Gorgon, one at a time through the Bone Trench to be destroyed by Scourge. This mission doesn't do a great job of making Warfield seem like the big tactical competent commander that he's supposed to be, and I think that rubs a lot of people the wrong way. The 2 to advance start with Purification with 148 votes. This is the mission where there are a bunch of locks around the map that have to be destroyed, and then the Purifier forces come out and just melt through Zerg bases. I think that people really like having an AI ally that's actually competent for once. Yeah, you gotta work for him, but it's absolutely worth the payoff. And then at top, it's Haven's Fall, Wings of Liberty siding with Selendis. 156 votes. People will vote to kill the Doctor. Y'all are smart. Starting off group number 4 is the Swarm Host Evolution mission. Unsurprisingly, Evolution missions did not do particularly well in this. 33 votes for it. Ghost in the Fog, the Legacy of the Void prologue mission where you don't get Vespene gas, is coming up with 44 votes. It's actually kind of a fun mission, but it's really hard. And one thing I've noticed throughout all of these votes, difficulty spikes really are unliked. And I get that. Also, not many people played the prologue, so that goes together with it. In third place is the Roach Evolution mission with 80 votes, somehow way more popular than the Swarm Host one, probably because the Roach is actually fun to use and the Corpser and Vile Roaches are both viable. First to advance is Essence of Eternity, the epilogue mission where Kerrigan is the Draken Laser Drill. This mission only had 88 votes. However, all the missions in this group had barely any votes. It was one of the easier ones to advance from, so congratulations, Kerrigan. And the number one in the group is the Outlaws, Mission 2 of Wings of Liberty. First mission that you get to build anything. You get Marines, you get medics, you get the Bunker of Death. That's really it. 147 votes, but when your group is that easy, it's not hard to make it out. Group number 5 starts out with a stinker, Harbinger of the Void, the final Ulnar mission. People really hated the Ulnar missions, and I get it. I think it's where the story really started to go off the rails and started turning people off. With Friends Like These is next the Battlecruiser mission in Heart of the Swarm. I'm actually surprised that this only got 49 votes. I thought that this mission was hilarious, and apparently a lot of people didn't like it. Really interesting. First one that really threw me off. With 76 votes is Old Soldiers in Heart of the Swarm where you kill General Warfield. This is another one that I'm not entirely sure why people don't like, but it really just was not particularly popular. The two to make it out of the group were Engine of Destruction, where you cover Tychus as he controls the Odin and goes on a rampage, and Amon's Reach, Legacy of the Void mission where you get the Dark Templar, with 148 and 197 votes respectively. The next group is actually tied for last place. Whispers of Doom, the first Zeratul mission, got 29 votes, and tied with it is the Ultralisk Evolution mission. Coming up with barely more votes with only 36, Hand of Darkness, the Heart of the Swarm mission where you have to destroy the hybrid in Nerud's lab. I think this mission is pretty bland unless you know that the hybrid actually fight against the Terran, so I get it. The two missions to advance in this group are Brothers in Arms with 156 votes. I always hear people say that this is a very unique mission that they loved the flavor of, and then All In, the final Wings of Liberty mission. Unsurprisingly, having 255 votes, it is one of the most iconic missions in Starcraft. One of the worst missions in Starcraft apparently is the Mutalisk Evolution mission at the bottom of Group 6 with 18 votes. People do not like their Muta evolution. Slightly above that with 62 votes is Zero Hour, the timed defense mission in Wings of Liberty with nothing to do. Right at the beginning of the campaign, you don't have much to make, you just make bunkers. It's really, really boring. Echoes of the Future is next, Wings of Liberty with Zeratul and the Overmind Tentacles, only 71 votes. And then A Sinister Turn is the one that's going to make it out of this group first. Wings of Liberty, Zeratul versus the hybrid Mar. This is the only one of the Zeratul missions that actually made it into triple-digit votes, I believe. First place in this group is going straight to Belly of the Beast, the Wings of Liberty mission on Char, where you go with all the heroes, destroy the Nidus worms, so that you can fight the air version of All In. Once again, Char does really well. Continuing the theme of early game time defense missions doing terribly, this group starts off with the Evacuation with 37 votes. An early time defense mission combined with the fact that Dr. Ariel Hansen sucks is not a good recipe. Next is Amon's Fall, the epilogue of the epilogue, the final mission in StarCraft 2. 44 votes, nobody likes it. Right, one vote above that is Death from Above, the mission with the destroyer fields in Heart of the Swarm. You know what? We just got off of Zerglings Only on that mission, which was a nightmare. I get it. Two to advance in this mission are Supreme, the Heart of the Swarm mission where Primal Kerrigan gets unleashed and beats up the pack leaders. It's a cool mission, it's a fun mission, I get it. And the highest one, actually a little bit surprising to me, though it does have really good flavor, I've probably just played it too much, is In Utter Darkness with 157 votes. I don't think the mission has the best gameplay ever, but it is a very iconic and thematic mission. Oh, we're not even halfway done yet. All right, Forbidden Weapon is the lowest in group number 9. Forbidden Weapon is the Legacy of the Void mission where you race against Mr. Laser in order to get to the hidden box that contains the Robot Phoenix. Which brings up the question, why did the Tal'Darim even want the hidden box with Robot Phoenix? He seems like the type of guy that would beat them up. With 66 votes above it is Dark Skies, the Nova Covert Ops defense mission at the very end of the campaign. This is one of those missions that combines two things people don't like, boring time defense missions and Nova Covert Ops. Right above that is Welcome to the Jungle. The Wings of Liberty steal the Terrazine from the Tal'Darim mission. You gotta seal those altars. This mission is a huge difficulty bump, and people don't like that. Piercing Your Shroud is next. It manages to make it out just barely with 109 votes. It's a secret mission from Wings of Liberty. It's a pretty solid mission all around. I really think the problem is that a lot of people just haven't played the mission because it's the secret mission. And number 1 is the Great Train Robbery, because you guys are trolls and you love my suffering. In group number 11, the Infinite Cycle is at the bottom, the hero-only mission on Olnar, where Artanis and Kerrigan become best friends forever. 36 votes, people don't like it, Olnar sucks, everyone agrees. Another big difficulty spike at the very early game of a campaign is Sky Shield from Legacy of the Void, where you have to secure the 5 stabilizers on a falling defense platform. 50 votes, there's just not many tech options available here, especially if you go here before Shikoros. It is punishingly difficult. The timer is not very long. It's a frustrating one. Right above that is Outbreak, the timed defense mission in the middle of Wings of Liberty, where you have to defend against the infested during the night and clear during the day. 72 votes. I think it was an interesting and novel concept at the time. However, the co-op missions tend to not do great because people have played them a million billion times at this point. The 2 missions above it are Unsealing the Past with 143 votes, where you have to defend the Megalith and you get access to the Colossus. Colossus is a really fun unit and it just feels really good to melt through Zerg with it. And number 1 in the group is Templar's Return, the Legacy of the Void hero mission that takes place in 3 phases where you start your assault on Ire. There have been a couple factors so far that I've been able to identify that people just really don't like. Olnar being one and big difficulty spikes being another. With an incredible 13 votes, the lowest in the entire tournament, Temple of Unification. This mission is such a spike in difficulty from whatever you were doing before, it's insane. Olnar sucks, this mission is too hard, why was it not balance tested, the enemy attacks are insane, it's dumb. Also, everyone's already played it in co-op a bunch, and the co-op version's also lame. If you want to be a non-memorable mission, another great way to do it is be in the Legacy of the Void prologue. Evil Awoken, the final mission of that prologue, is here with 19 votes. Congratulations on being the least memorable one there. Back in the Saddle is number 3 in this group, 33 votes. Everybody hates this group, it's horrible. This is the Heart of the Swarm mission 2, where Jim and Kerrigan go on a date and you basically have to babysit a really stupid Jim Raynor AI the entire time. While the bottom 3 in this group really sucked, the top 2 were crushing it. 172 votes go to Rack Shear. A lot of people love Alarak. He's just a cool guy and he doesn't afraid of anything except for Malash if he doesn't get psionic support. So you give it to him. And keeping on the theme of edgy characters that people like, Breakout, with 211 votes where you rescue the Spectres from prison. It's really interesting to see the difference between how people feel about the Tosh mission compared to the Nova mission. Really cool stuff. People dislike the middle of Legacy of the Void, which is Olnar, but they also dislike the middle of Heart of the Swarm. The events leading up to getting Primal Kerrigan did really poorly in the tournament. Waking the Ancient is the best example. 18 votes at the bottom of group, 14? I don't even know at this point, is an incredibly pathetic loss. Nobody cares about Zervan, he is not an interesting character. Shoot the Messenger in Heart of the Swarm did slightly better with 62 votes. Stopping the shuttles from escaping was a pretty novel concept at the time that now we have done 800 trillion times. With 106 votes, Smash and Grab. This is an interesting one because this is one of the more iconic missions of StarCraft 2 in my head. It really was like, wow, this is cool. There's 3 factions fighting. There's these stone zealots. I thought it was neat. Only 106 votes. Above that is Planetfall. With 125 votes, the beginning of the invasion of Korhal was a fairly popular mission and managed to make it out of its group. And then, on top, with 151 votes in this group, was For Ire. This mission's really fun and cool, and you get to attack with a lot of stuff and all the Zerg die, and then you're like, what? Hybrid on Ire? Impossible, this brute is coordinated, or whatever. It's a nice little romp of mission that does not overstay its welcome. Back to Xeris being terrible, at the bottom of this group is the Crucible with 26 votes. A timed defense mission where you get Swarm Host, Spines, and Spore Crawlers. Ooh, exciting. Slightly above with 49 votes is Night Terrors, probably the least fun of all the Nova Covert Ops missions, including in the speedrun, which I'm sure people have seen way too much at this point if you watched my practice. Let's just keep going with defending things. 60 votes in the middle of this group is Last Stand, the defense mission where you blow up Shikoros. People didn't like this one as well. And then because I really do like defending, with 121 votes is Salvation, the final time defense mission in Legacy of the Void. This one a little bit more popular due to the fact that at least you get to be active and move around the defense area here, but none of these missions were able to stand up to Shatter the Sky, the the final mission that we have to go over on Char in Wings of Liberty. 179 votes means that all 4 Char missions are going to be advancing. Okay, we got 5 more groups. Oh, I'm getting really tired. Dark Whispers, the Legacy of the Void prologue, is at the bottom of this group. It is the first mission in it. It's the prologue, nobody cares. Second one in this is Supernova, the Wall of Fire. This mission is one of those ones that is incredibly interesting, incredibly well thought out, and then it's just really, 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 really hard. If you've played this mission on Brutal and you don't know exactly what you want to do and where, you're going to get wrecked. And it really limits your composition because you're forced into Banshees, really. It seems like a huge missed opportunity of a map. A little bit over that, in the middle of this group, is the Host, in Legacy of the Void, where you have to destroy Amon's host form. I actually like this mission a lot because it is a big macro map. However, it is one of those missions that gets completely trivialized by time stop. The first to advance in this group is In the Enemy's Shadow. With only 89 votes, this might be the weakest group overall, or at least it's really low down there. This is also one of the best Nova Covert Ops missions, though. The mission where you go around sneaking through Davis's base and beating up Stone as Nova, it really feels like an infiltration mission, as opposed to the other ones, which there was not that much Covert Ops in Nova Covert Ops. And at the top of the group is one of the heavyweights of this campaign, with 237 votes, Media Blitz, where you get to go have a happy fun time with the Odin and blow up everything. One of those missions that you wouldn't want to have, an uber powerful hero unit for an entire campaign or anything, but having one for a little bit of a time, that's pretty fun. Good thing they never made a campaign like that. In whatever the fourth to last group is, we have the Growing Shadow at the bottom with 21 votes, which is the second mission in Legacy of the Void. This mission, there's not much to talk about. It's kind of boring. You just make zealots and stalkers and then you go win. Speaking of a second mission in a campaign that's boring, Sudden Strike with 32 votes, the time defense mission in Nova Covert Ops. I actually don't know why this one got more votes than the Growing Shadow. Both of them I'm not a big fan of. In the middle is Steps of the Right, the first mission on Slain, with the Terrazine Fog and you unlock Void Rays. I actually don't know why this mission placed right here. I thought it would be more popular because of Alarak, however, I guess people don't like it for whatever reason. Passing, okay, guys, why? 109 votes. Getting out of the group is Maw of the Void, the Legacy of the Void mission where you get battle cruisers and you have like no money and you have to go around and get all the money and then you just Yamato cannon the final objective a bunch of times. I don't really get this one. If you like this and you're in chat, could you tell me why? Because this is like one of my least favorite missions in the entire campaign, but people seem to dig this one. However, one that they really, really dig, with 199 votes, is the Devil's Playground, the Wings of Liberty mission with the Reapers and the lava that goes up and down. This might be the mission in Starcraft 2 that was the most groundbreaking compared to other RTS that had come out. Everyone at the time seeing the lava go up and down, minds were blown. It was crazy innovative, and I completely understand why it's here. What a cool mission. In the third to last group, the bottom of it is Harvest of Screams, the Heart of the Swarm mission with flash freezes and the Ursidon Matriarch. This mission is really boring because all that they want you to do is click some Zerglings on the objectives during the flash freeze. I don't know why they thought this would be engaging gameplay, because it's not. A little bit above that with 74 votes is Endgame, the Nova Covert Ops mission where you fight the Xanthos. I'm actually surprised this one is very low. I know that a lot of people haven't played Nova Covert Ops, but I think this is one of the better final missions in the game, up there with Reckoning in terms of game quality. This might just be the really big indicator that people have not played much of this campaign at all, because 3 votes above this is Labrat, the mission that teaches you how to play in Heart of the Swarm, where you make a bunch of Zerglings and then you A-move. Maybe I've played this mission far too much in speedrun practice, but I don't think it's anything that special. A mission that I do think is pretty special and did manage to advance, though with only 85 votes, is Cutthroat, the mission where you get 6,000 minerals to recruit Mirahan. Mirahan is a fairly niche but popular character. A lot of people that like her really, really like her. I don't think the mission itself is necessarily the thing that people were voting on here. However, at the top of the group with 191 votes was Enemy Within, the Heart of the Swarm mission where Niadra captures the Protoss shuttle. This is commonly brought up as one of the most cool and immersive missions in StarCraft 2. And in my opinion, I think it's the best no-build mission in StarCraft 2. In the second to last group is Spear of a Dune at the bottom with 29 votes. This is the third mission in Legacy of the Void, that is really, really, really hard for some reason. You unlock the Spear of Adun top bar, but the only thing you get is Warp-In Pylon. You have Zealots and Stalkers that are not upgraded, and you somehow have to win against just like ridiculous units. It's really overstated, and a giant difficulty spike early into the campaign. I agree with people that I am not a fan. Slightly above that is Safe Haven with 41 votes. Honestly, about 50 votes too many. This is the mission where you side with the Doctor against the Protoss. However, I guess fighting against Skytoss is pretty cool, so I can get that. And to show exactly how cool it is, with 1 vote above it is the Baneling Evolution mission. The 2 missions that actually made it out of the group are the Mobius Factor, the mission where you get the dropship and you get to move around the map that is infested on the ground. However, you can fly dropships around to destroy the data cores. And then, weirdly, Flashpoint? The Nova Covert Ops mission where you recall Nova's memories by moving her through the city got 177 votes. Why, of all the Nova Covert Ops missions, why did everyone really like Flashpoint? Please. I really need people to tell me why they like Flashpoint so much, because this is so confusing to me. I had to triple check these results. It really, really was confusing. I didn't think 177 people had played Nova Covert Ops. Well, let's get to the final group. At the bottom of the final group is the Hydralisk Evolution mission with 28 votes. Not much to say there. Right above it is Liberation Day with 62 votes, the first mission in the campaign where you move Marines. Not the most exhilarating in the world. If you want to be a little bit more exhilarating, you could give 7 more votes to the Zergling Evolution mission, because at least the things you get out of that mission are pretty cool. 88 votes above that is Conviction. This is the no-build mission where you rescue Jim Raynor from the prison ship. This one advances simply because it was a weak group, except for the one that won with 220 votes, Domination. The mission where you have to collect 100 eggs and then you Baneling bust Zagara's base. I get it. This mission's a lot of fun. The Baneling bust is really memorable and cool, and it introduces Zagara, which is one of the favorite characters in the campaign. Thank goodness the next round is going to be so much smaller. Only 2 out of every 5 here advanced, which means that we have cut down the fat a lot, and we're going to be able to talk a little bit more in depth next time about things instead of blitzing through it. But before we go, let's talk about statistics. The campaign that had the most advances, 18 out of 29 missions, was Wings of Liberty. 62% of their missions advanced. In Heart of the Swarm, only 29% of missions advanced. However, if you exclude the evolution missions, 38% advanced. Still not great. Slightly better was Legacy of the Void. 33% of their missions advanced, only 8 of 24, but it goes up to a slightly more respectable 39% if you ignore the prologue and the epilogue. And in Nova Covert Ops, only 22% of the missions advanced. 2 out of 9 is painful. Char is the most popular planet, where all of the Wings of Liberty missions that are advanced, as well as Domination and Heart of the Swarm. The voting for round number 2 is already up in the Giant Grant Games Discord in the Best Mission Tournament. If you want to vote, make sure you're in the Discord. Voting will end sometime later this week. Thanks for watching this. I'm really tired now. Peace.